Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Anatomy of a Movie. Over the course of these videos, I will be doing something a little different this time. Instead of talking about the theme, I'll be discussing and dissecting one scene from a movie. In this episode, I've chosen a film that features two iconic actors that helped shape the generation. Both are Academy Award winners. From The Godfather to Scent of a Woman to Raging Bull and Goodfellas, their performances have created a legacy of landmark films, and up until this point, had never shared the screen until now. I'm talking about Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and the film is the 1995 epic crime drama Heat. A little bit of backstory about the movie. It co stars Val Kilmer, Tom Sizemore, Ashley Judd, and Dennis Haysbert. The scene I'll be talking about today is what one I believe is one of the top 25 scenes ever put on film. As the scene progresses, I will occasionally be giving you my thoughts about their meaning. Before we dive into the scene, though, there are a couple of things to know. First, Michael Mann did such an incredible job to have two powerhouse actors confront each other over something as mundane as a cup of coffee.
What do you say I buy you a cup of coffee?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Follow me.
Something else to take note of is as the scene progresses, you will see one when they make a movement with their head or hands, the other will counter it. Finally, the other last thing to note is that this was all done on take 12. It took so long because Mann wanted to get it right. He said he deliberately scheduled this scene late in the shoot to build attention. And with all that being said, let's begin.
7 years in Folsom. In the hole for 3. McNeil before that. McNeil is tough, as they say.
As the conversation begins, we notice both men are a little on edge, each having their own reasons. The first words out of Hannah's mouth are part of Neil's backstory about which prisons he's been in. And he asks, "You looking to go back?" He's always thinking like a cop. Up until that point, we have no information about Neil.
You looking to become a penologist?
You looking to go back? You know, I chase down some crews, guys just looking to fuck up, get busted back. That you?
When Vincent is questioning Neil's intelligence, which rubs him the wrong way, he is visibly upset.
You must have worked some dipshit crews.
I worked all kinds.
You see me doing thrill-seeker liquor store holdups with a Born to Lose tattoo on my chest?
No, I do not.
Right. I am never going back.
We also get some story about Hannah and what kind of crews he's worked. The conversation begins to get sharper with the Born to Lose tattoo comment, and what that is saying is Neil is much brighter than your average criminal, and that's when he says, "I'm never going back."
Then don't take down scores.
I do what I do best. I take scores. You do what you do best, trying to stop guys like me.
So you never wanted a regular type life?
The fuck is that? Barbecues and ball games?
Yeah.
One of the things that makes this movie, and in particular scene, so good is the quick, sharp dialogue as demonstrated by Neil's comeback to Vincent about if he wanted a regular type life. They talk about what their lives are and how messed up they are because of what they do for a living. Neil then turns the table on Vincent and asks him about his life.
This regular type life, that your life?
My life? No, my life. No, my life's a disaster zone. I got a stepdaughter so fucked up because her real father's this large type asshole. I got a wife. We're passing each other on the downslope of a marriage, my third. Because I spend all my time chasing guys like you around the block. That's my life.
When Neil talks about Vincent's marriage and why it fell apart, it would seem to indicate that he only cares about the person he is after, rather than his wife. Hence the comment, "I spent all my time chasing guys like you." On the one hand, Vincent has trouble staying married, while on the flip side, Neil would just be happy for companionship.
Guy told me one time, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around a corner. Now, if you're around me and you gotta move when I move, how do you expect to keep a marriage?
Well, that's an interesting point. What are you, a monk?
Neil's mantra of don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner gives you more insight into why Neil is alone. It's interesting because here we have someone in Neil who has been alone his whole life trying to give relationship advice to someone who is struggling to stay in a marriage.
I have a woman.
What do you tell her?
I tell her I'm a salesman.
So then if you spot me coming around that corner, you're just gonna walk out on this woman? Not say goodbye?
That's the discipline.
That's pretty vacant. No?
Yeah, it is what it is. It's that or we both better go do something else, pal.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Neither do I.
I don't much want to either.
Neither do I.
At this point, you can tell through their facial expressions and the inflection of their voices just how much admiration they have for one another.
You know, I have this recurring dream. I'm sitting at this big banquet table, and all the victims of all the murders I ever worked are sitting at this table, and they're staring at me with these black eyeballs because they got 8-ball hemorrhages from the head wounds. And there they are, these big balloon people, because I found them 2 weeks after they'd been under the bed. The neighbors reported the smell. And there they are, all of them just sitting there.
What do they say?
Nothing.
No talk?
Just, they don't have anything to say. See, we just look at each other. They look at me. And that's it. That's the dream.
I have one where I'm drowning. And I gotta wake myself up and start breathing or I'll die in my sleep.
You know what that's about?
Yeah, having enough time.
Enough time to do what you want to do.
That's right.
You doing it now?
Not yet.
Now the conversation is eased just a little bit when they talk about their dreams. Hannah's dream is reflecting that he cannot save all of the victims from all of the murders he's worked over the years, which could be a reason why he is so dedicated to his job. And when Neil discusses his dream, he is astute enough to know what it means. These dreams could be reflective of both of their fears. We never do find out what Neil really wants to do, but that is part of the mystery.
You know, we're sitting here, you and I, like a couple of regular fellas. You do what you do, I do what I gotta do. And now that we've been face to face, if I'm there and I gotta put you away, I won't like it. But I'll tell you, if it's between you and some poor bastard whose wife you're gonna turn into a widow, brother, you are going down.
There's a flip side to that coin. What if you do got me boxed in? Then I gotta put you down. Because no matter what, you will not get in my way. We've been face to face, yeah. But I will not hesitate. Not for a second.
All of a sudden goes from 0 to 60 in just a blink of an eye, and lets Neil know that he is not messing around. If I'm there and I gotta put you away, I won't like it, but brother, you are going down. Neil fires back with his own threat to make it known to Vincent that he will not be stopped. What if you do have me boxed in and I gotta put you down because you will not get in my way? This shows the caliber of both these men and what they're willing to do to achieve their goals.
Maybe that's the way it'll be. Or, who knows?
Well, maybe we'll never see each other again.
It ends with a little ambiguity, making you wonder what will happen. It's showing that even though people can be on opposite sides of the law, they can still appreciate each other for having the same character traits and or qualities. You can definitely relate to both characters. Stay tuned for more videos like this, analyzing some of the greatest movie scenes out there. If you got any enjoyment out of this, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and becoming a channel member. The first month is completely free. Until next time, I'm David Steele, and I'll see you at the movies.